In this video lecture, I want to explain some question related to nuclear chemistry. The first question is why there is alpha decay in case of uranium instead of beta decay. As we know that element having atomic number greater than 83, they disintegrate and converted into stable nuclei. According to decay theory, the radioactive element disintegrate either by alpha decay or beta decay. All the radioactive processes are spontaneous in nature. It means they are exothermic in nature. In order to find the feasibility of decay process, or we can say the type of decay process, we have to check the spontaneity of the reaction. For this purpose, we have to calculate the energy released during a decay process when a radioactive element undergo either alpha decay or beta decay. The decay process will be spontaneous when the mass of the parent nuclei will be greater than that of the mass of the daughter nuclei. It means that if your radioactive element have 238 atomic mass, that is uranium, it is converted into thorium with the emission of alpha particle, then the sum of the thorium and alpha particle masses will be less than that of uranium mass. That value is equal to 238. Then reaction will be feasible and this decay will be spontaneous. So in order to check the spontaneity of the decay process, we have to find the energy released during a decay process. For this purpose, we use a formula. In order to find the energy released during a decay process, the energy released will be equal to the mass of the parent nuclei minus the mass of the daughter nuclei minus the mass of the helium nuclei in case of alpha decay, and in case of beta decay the mass of the beta particle, multiply by 931.75 in order to get the energy in mega electron volt. If your energy calculated value will be greater than 0, then it will be considered as positive, and in this case energy will be released and this reaction will be possible or spontaneous or feasible. And if energy release will be less than 0, then we can say the energy value will be negative, and in this case the process will be not spontaneous, because to occur that type of process energy required for such type of decay, so that type of decay will not be feasible. Simply we can say that if the decay process energy calculation will be positive, then that type of decay will be feasible, and we can say this type of radioactive element undergo this type of decay and converted into stable nuclei. So for this question answer, we have to calculate the alpha decay energy value of uranium and also calculate the beta decay energy value of uranium. जब आप अल्फा डीके यूरेनियम का कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो इस केस में आपके पास आंसर पॉजिटिव आता है. द मास ऑफ द यूरेनियम एलिमेंट दैट इज mass of the parent nuclei, it equal to 283.050784 atomic mass unit. Mass of the daughter nuclei thorium is equal to 235.043 and helium is equal to alpha particle, that is alpha particle is equal to 4.002603. By putting the value of all the masses, we can get the answer that is equal to 4.28 mega electron volt. So energy release is positive and this type of decay will be feasible. So we can say uranium undergo alpha decay process. If you calculate the beta decay of the uranium, according to decay theory, when uranium undergo beta process, then its atomic number decrease by 1 unit, atomic mass remains same and beta particle will be emitted. So in this case, the mass of the beta particle will be equal to the mass of the electron. It will be represented as, by putting the all value of the masses, we can get answer in negative value. So we can say that uranium don't undergo beta decay because beta decay is not feasible. So uranium as habit only alpha decay. The energy value will be negative, so it is not spontaneous process. That's why uranium always show alpha decay, not beta decay, when it undergo disintegration process. Next question is why there is beta decay in case of thorium. So this type of decay, in order to find the feasibility of decay, we have to calculate the energy. So thorium undergo decay process and converted into protactinium, and with the emission of alpha beta particle, that is known as negative beta decay. Calculate the energy of this decay process. The mass of the parent nuclei, that is thorium, is equal to 234.043596, and the mass of the daughter nuclei, that will be equal to 234.0001. Mass of the beta particle, that is represented by Me, is equal to 0.000549. By putting the energy equation value, we can get the answer 39.983 mega electron volt. That is the positive answer. So we can say thorium undergo beta decay process. The next question is, after decay process, the parent element is converted into which type of element? How you can determine? If you say that any X element having atomic number Z, mass A, undergo alpha decay, according to decay theory, its atomic number decrease by 2 unit, atomic mass decrease by 4 unit during alpha decay process. Then how we can find the daughter nuclei? तो इस पर्पज के लिए आपको क्या करना होगा, पीरियोडिक टेबल के कोई भी रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट को जब आप डिके प्रोसेस करोगे तो उसके डिके प्रोसेस के डॉटर एलिमेंट का एटॉमिक नंबर और एटॉमिक मास को पीरियोडिक टेबल के किसी भी एलिमेंट या उसके आइसोटोप से मैच करना होगा. लेट्स सपोज आपके पास यूरेनियम है इस केस में, तो यूरेनियम का एटॉमिक नंबर 92 और मास 238 है. जब अंडरगो अल्फा डिके करेगा तो इसका एटॉमिक नंबर जो होगा वो आपके पास 90 होगा, 92 माइनस 290, एंड एटॉमिक मास विल बी इक्वल टू 234. अगर आप देखो पीरियोडिक टेबल में तो आपकी थोरियम आंसर, थोरियम हैव एटॉमिक नंबर 90 बट इट्स मास इज 232.04. सो वी कैन से इफ वी फाइंड द isotope of thorium, the isotope of thorium have 234 atomic mass and 90 atomic number. In this way we have to predict during a radioactive process an element is converted into daughter nuclei, and this daughter nuclei will be either element or its isotope. How you can determine the decay series for uranium isotope? There are 4 type of decay series: thorium series, neptunium series, uranium series and actinium series. The thorium series will be represented as by 4n, Neptunium also represented by 4n+1 series, uranium 4n+2 series, and actinium 4n+3 series. So in this case आपको क्या करना होगा, किसी भी रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट इधर आपके पास यूरेनियम हो या कोई भी रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट हो, उसको उसके एटॉमिक मास को 4 से डिवाइड करना होगा. अगर आपके एटॉमिक मास डिवाइडिंग के बाद आपके पास कोई भी रिमाइंडर नहीं बचे तो आपकी वो जो आपका रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट होगा वो थोरियम सीरीज से बिलोंग करेगा. और अगर आपका रिमाइंडर 1 हो तो नेपच्यूनियम सीरीज से बिलोंग करेगा. अगर आपके पास रिमाइंडर 2 हो तो उस केस में आपके पास यूरेनियम सीरीज से बिलोंग करेगा. और अगर आपके पास रिमाइंडर 3 हो तो उस केस में आपके पास एक्टिनियम सीरीज से बिलोंग करेगा. तो यूरेनियम के किसी भी आइसोटोप के एटॉमिक मास को आप 4 से डिवाइड कर लो और उसके बाद आप आंसर डिटेक्ट कर सकते हो, प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हो. तो 4 का अगर आप यूरेनियम 234 की सीरीज को प्रिडिक्ट करना चाहो तो 4 पे डिवाइड करोगे तो आपके पास रिमाइंडर विल बी 3. सो इट बिलोंग टू 4n+3 सीरीज, दैट इज एक्टिनियम सीरीज. तो different type of isotope have different type of series. The next question is, radioactive decay process depend upon the physical and chemical state of the matter or radioactive element. The answer is no, because the radioactive decay process is actually occur when the atomic number of the element is greater than 3, and these type of chemical reaction are occur due to the change in nuclei. So there will be no effect of external condition or physical state of the matter on the nucleus, because nuclear reaction depend upon only the number of proton and neutron ratio. That's why they don't depend upon any physical or chemical state of matter, any physical or chemical condition of matter. That's why we can say nuclear reaction are uncontrolled, because they are independent to external pressure, temperature, nature of matter.